Alright guys, so I came across this Medium page right here, like you can just write your own story on here or whatever it is. I don't really use Medium, but I just came across this thing. And it says Vannamelon, the horror story. So so I was here. And it was made December 4th, 2009. Alright, we are going to look into this and see if this is see if it's worth the story to read or not. The picture looks creepy, by the way. I'm not gonna catch you. Alright, so let's get to it, and hopefully we are going to do whatever we do. Alright, let's get it. So you promised you'll help me to wash the watermelon patch for me. Absolutely. Shouldn't be hard. Skim smirk and light chuckle. I'm glad you think that. Heads inside. Sits down at the table. Watermelons. What's so great about them? Place called on my phone. Vanna watches from the kitchen, staring at me with beaming red eyes. Hums lightly, glued to the phone screen. The wind begins to rise. The watermelon patches sway in the wind. An eerie silence surrounding the field. A loud thud hits the table. Startling Kamito, which is in a watermelon, appears on the table. Ah! The hell? Looks around above me, and then turning around at the kitchen window. Vannamelon's not there. Okay, how did this get here? He thumped the melon. It is very heavy, normal size, but has a funny texture. Kermito grips the melon, accidentally tearing it open. It gases out an awful smell, gushing out red blood and black seeds. He opened the melon more. Human organs were tucked inside, slightly twitching, like in a progress of digestion. Oh god, screw that. Goes in the kitchen. Vanna, where do you keep the trash bags? Hurries around. Vanna? He gets no answer, so he just took the trash bags from the kitchen bin and dumped the melon in there. He dumped the trash out the outdoor bin. Then he washed his hands to reach the kitchen again. This is not normal. Duh, it's not freaking normal. Dry his hands. I need to get out of here. I'll just say I'm too busy and never coming back. Whispers. My child looks up quickly, taking about 10 seconds to look in every direction. My child. Carmita looks out the porch window, finding a haunted figure staring at him. A short, stiff boy made out of watermelon organs, red as the bloody fruit itself. Two black giant seed eyes staring right at him. Water boy. My child stares in shock and horror. My child. Brrr! It banged heavily at the window. Carmelo dipped in the living room, grabbed a shotgun from the glass closet. Empty rounds, however, thinking to go search for some. The sounds of a door crashing onto the kitchen floor, emerging wet, hard, thundering footsteps charged at Kamito. Murderer! Tackles him. Wrestles with him, taking a knife from my back pocket. You murdered my son. You killed my son. Jabs him in the CDI. Roars in pain. Blood pours from his eyes. Stabbed his heart area. Screeching, distorting cries from his chest. Explodes as he hit the floor on his back. Carmito, with blood and watermelon juice all over his new summer outfit, stood over the lifeless body of the being. As he was just as he was about to raise sand and call Vanna's name to explain what the hell was going on, he felt a click to the back of the head. Dark, disappointing, scripted tone. scripted up the tone. You failed. Failed what? Failed. Failed what? Pistol whipped on his head. He hits the ground with a thud. You are a bad protector. Wounded but able to speak. Protect what? What? That demon? Shakes her head, slowly aiming the gun at my head. You shouldn't talk about him like that. What are you hiding? This isn't a watermelon patch. You're right. Vicious smirk. This is your graveyard. The gun went off, but before that, rapid footsteps caused Vanna to hit the hallway wall. Isabel ran by her side. The bullet had landed 10 inches above Carmito's head. Oh, snap. So you got Isabel in the midst now? Go, get out of here. What the He said, you ain't gotta tell me twice. Bro, if anybody tells me that, I'm just gonna say that exact line. I'm just gonna get out. Darts out of the front door. Isabel quickly went for the gun, but Vannamelon put her in a deadly chokehold. Carmito hears a struggle just before he reached the end of the front door last steps. He went back inside, seeing Vanna with a gun to Isabel's head. Move on a step, and her puppy dog food. Exhausted from the scene. You're so basic. Suddenly, remember he had a gun to himself. In the too much of a shock to recall, he had one of the facing Watermelon boy. Why did I say boys? I don't know. Watermelon boy. Carmito whipped out his truth gun. Lightning speed shoot Vannamelon's hand. Her hand and gun turned into pistols. Carmito aimed again, but Vanna pushed Isabel down and ran out the back door. Get back here! Isabel gets helped up. No! Let her go. If you follow her in that watermelon patch, you're as good as dead. Panting, finally, after a huge chunk of action. What do we do now? Takes Carmito's hand and runs upstairs. Isabel dashed upstairs into a nearby pantry. She pulls out a gasoline tank and some matches. I'm burning this place to the ground. She poured all down the floor. Okay. She poured gasoline all over the floor and the walls. Everywhere else behind her and Carmito. Oh, so they're going. Okay, they're burning the place down. When it was empty, she tossed the watermelon patch. She tossed it into the watermelon patch. Carmito lit the match and tossed it into the porch. The porch lit up with flames, spreading fast into the house, just quick as a snake slither. The large house, luxurious color, slowly trenches down into black charcoal, with the giant vivid flames of a heart orange. Everything was gone. Isabel packed her things at the office across the town a couple of nights before. She was prepared for this moment. Come on, no time to stare. We have to get going or moving. However you say it, it's still the same thing. She took the ugly green truck, knowing that the clean new Subaru was rigged. They jumped inside and rode into the city. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good story, bro. Whoever this guy right here, he's done a good job. This guy right here done a good job writing that story, bro. He done a good job writing this story. I am going to see this story. I want this story to get a Grammy. That's all I want to see. I want to see this story get a Grammy.